We on the grind, it's game time, light shine, all eyes on the line, every move, every play, we define, party live, feeling prime, from the bench to the field, we climb, champion rise, this our time, no fear, no limits, we prime, bring the heat, watch it shine, this leg is on, we on grind. Light shine, all eyes on the line. Every move, every play, we define. Heart be loud, feel the prime. From the bench to the field, we climb.
It is the final Friday of February and also the final Friday of the boys high school regular season, a Hoosier Heartland Conference matchup to see who will put their best foot forward and gain some momentum heading in to next week's sectionals. Tonight's game is brought to you by Dangano Funeral Home, putting family first, by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice, by Mulberry Telecommunications, your local hometown fiber provider, by the Frankfort Eagles Post 976, people helping people, and the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. Alongside my broadcast partner, Kristen Hazley, I am John Natali. And Kristen, both of these teams, the Carroll Cougars and the Eastern Comets, haven't had the best of seasons, but they've been somewhat consistent. And at 4-3 in the Hoosier Heartland Conference, looking to gain some momentum heading into next week.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the time to be playing your best basketball heading into that sectional round. Both teams using this almost as a bit of a final tune-up. You mentioned both teams not having the ideal season. However, Eastern putting together some nice stylistic changes. You know, a high-pressure defense, a high-powered offense that likes to run. They're putting together some nice things that have created some wins down the stretch for them.
Well, in our pregame show, the Dangano Funeral Home, putting family first. Carroll, well, they've kind of dominated this series over the past couple of years, 24-15. But Eastern coming, I mean, we talk about tough seasons, but it's hard to say 14-8 is a tough season, but they could probably have a lot better record than that. And that'll bring us to our first look, brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. You can see Eastern. They're at 14-8, 4-3 in the conference. Head coach Brad Lindsay now in his 15th year overall. This is his 4th year with the Eastern Comets, and they have won 7 of their last 8 coming into tonight. And then there's Carroll, probably one of the biggest Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde teams in all of basketball. They are 9-12 this year under Adam Tussinger in his 4th year overall at 65-32. And the last time these two teams locked horns, it was Eastern who took a 73-50 loss last year, almost a year ago today. And, of course, we're going to have our keys to victory brought to you by Tier 1 Meat Company, where every cut is elite and every customer is family. Christy, you got 3 good ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, starting off number 1, whichever team wins the rebound margin has a quick advantage. For Carroll, they're going to want to do that on the defensive end, box out. They like to sit back in almost a pack line defense and really dominate the defensive boards. But for Eastern, they like to run off of those misses. So if they can win some offensive boards and get going, that's a great sign for them. Secondly, executing in the half court, same thing. Carroll is more possessive with the ball, a little bit more methodical. Eastern, again, gonna want to run. Finally, knock down those threes. We've seen Carroll have a lot of success this season when they are shooting hot from behind the arc. I would expect that to be another key to this victory for them.
And both of these teams, as we mentioned, a log jam in the middle of that Hoosier Heartland Conference. Both at 4-3. Eastern looking for their 15th win overall, 5th in the conference. And Carroll looking for win number 10 and to go 5-3 themselves. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and officials and 32 minutes of high school boys basketball. Hoosier Heartland Conference matchup on the ISC Sports Network.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, entrance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
Back on the campus at Carroll High School for tonight's Hoosier Heartland Conference matchup, featuring the visiting Comets of Eastern and the Cougars of Carroll. Let's get to our starting lineups, brought to you by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. First for Eastern Comets, it'll be number 3, Kamari Butler, the senior forward. Number 20, the big man, well, he's not the tallest guy, but he sure can put up some numbers, Colton Lindsay, the senior guard. Number 21, Tristan Armagum, the sophomore guard. Mitch Day wearing number 22, the junior forward. And Caden Butler, the sophomore guard, wearing number 23, rounds out the top 5 for head coach Brad Lindsay. And for the Cougars at Carroll, it'll be Aiden Duff, the all-around go-to guy. For the Carroll, the senior guard, Brody Ray, the 6'2 forward junior, wearing number 10, Carson Schuler, the freshman, getting the start, number 11, Carson Hale, senior guard, number 12, and Mason Skinner, the guy who just likes to bully you under the boards, the junior forward, wearing number 24. Get to our officials, brought to you by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, where recycling makes sense. It'll be Dan Pinelli, Joe Bauer, and Thomas Mills on the court for us. And Kristen, as we always mention, we see it doesn't matter which sport is out there, there's a shortage of umpires, referees, officials all across the state of Indiana. So we need your help. If it's something where you want to stay in the game and be active with it, please go to ihsaa.org and sign up. They will train you. You'll get all the experience that you need at the lower levels, work your way up just like a lot of the coaches do in these ranks, but it'd be very helpful because without those people, these student athletes do not get a chance to play.
And it's really a cool opportunity to not only teach a game that you might have grown up playing and loving and really kind of passing that on to the next generation, but you and I have had the pleasure of doing some girls basketball state tournament games the last couple weekends, and I was out in Greencastle for the regional. We had a father-daughter referee combo pair, and they were fantastic. And I mean, talk about a great opportunity to spend more time with a family member, stay in shape a little bit, and again, stay involved in a sport that you love and potentially even make it down to Gainbridge one day. Speaking of those earlier in the month playoffs, tomorrow's sort of a big day in high school basketball in the state of Indiana as the girls state finals at Gainbridge tomorrow. 4 quality games. Our own Kristen Hazley will be on the radio call along with Matt Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts and John Herrick covering that 3A game, which will be Ron Colley and Belmont. And in 4A, Center Grove and Norwell. Yeah, I'm excited. These are some 2 really good games. Norwell, the defending 3A champion, playing up in the 4A class this year, trying to be the first team to win both a 3A and 4A state championship back-to-back. But also shout out to my friend and partner, John Natali, that will have the 2A call on the radio tomorrow morning as well. Yes, me and
Shelby Farwig will be there for the two-way game. Oak Hill and Eastern Pekin.
Yes.
Not Eastern Greentown, which we have on the court right now, as they are wearing the gray jerseys with the black letters and yellow trim. And Carroll in those unmistakable white jerseys with the blue letters, black trim. Beautiful court. Last game of the regular season. Kristen, you said it best. A great tune-up for what's going to start on Tuesday of next week. There's a tip, long outlet, and chased down by Butler, and we are underway in Carroll. There's Butler with it. He'll get it in the corner. That's Mitch Day with the basketball, number 22. Good backdoor cut and lays it in.
And Carroll right now extending out, playing a little bit of man-to-man off that tip. And there you can see Armageddon just able to cut backdoor. Nice awareness and a good 2 points for Eastern.
Armageddon averages just under 13 a night. He's the second leading scorer behind Colton Lindsay, as mentioned, 24.5 a contest, but good look underneath. And Brody Ray gets the rubber rim, and we're tied at 2s.
Got great awareness there going up against that merging zone of Eastern, and a nice job just moving the ball quickly for the layup.
On the dribble drive, cut off. Now the handoff to Butler. On the dribble drive, splits the defense, and Mason Skinner got in there. Knocked the basketball away, and Hale comes away with it. Down the right corner, that's Hale with it. He'll get it up top, and Duff will work from the logo. Underneath, and good strength, Mason Skinner.
Again, good awareness there. They know what they're doing against this zone. They know the soft spots to attack. Right now, just taking advantage of the room they're getting on the baseline.
On the jumper, but it was blocked by Duff. Here come the Cougars. Hale went 84 feet and laid it in with the left. So Carson Hale now on the score sheet, and Carroll extends the lead to 4, 6-2. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Hot start for this Carroll offense. 3 for 3 on trips down the court.
There you go. Armageddon with the lost art of the mid-range jumper. He's got a quick 4. Now Duff with the basketball, working that left wing. Guarded by Caden Butler. Hale with it. Thought about it. Skinner on the dribble drive. Went up with the left. Couldn't get it to go, but Mason Skinner will go to the line.
A zone there looking almost a bit like a 1-3-1 from Eastern. You know, kind of tucking in with a potential 3-2, but what they're looking for is those traps in the corners. And right now, Carroll doing a nice job of just finding that weak spot on the baseline and pivoting out of that for the open looks.
And back of the iron, Skinner will try to split the pair. Skinner not a bad baseball player, one of 3 baseball players for the Carroll Cougars under the direction of Seth Eldridge.
This is one of those days that makes you wish for the baseball season to come on.
Softball and baseball, it's coming up.
Gets above 60 degrees, you start to smell spring in the air.
Skinner couldn't convert, but Hale came in for the offensive rebound, thought about it, got knocked around, ended up with the basketball, and Duff will reset from the logo. Hale going to try it. Loss of basketball, and it will stay with Carroll. 6-4 early in the first quarter. Hoosier Heartland Conference matchup. Final regular season game for both of these clubs.
Tournament time is obviously fun for a lot of reasons, but you take a look at, we've had the pleasure of having the Carroll girls team a lot this season, and unfortunately anything can happen in tournament time, and that sectional was a great one that saw Carroll get upset, but hoping the Cougars will be to make a run of their own into the postseason, the boys team.
We always say, Kristen, is that there's 2 seasons, and winning the regular season title is great, having a great record's great, but if you don't get to the ultimate goal, the ultimate macro goal, which is Gamebridge, there's a lot of basketball to be played. Mason Skinner again underneath where he likes to work, and that's going to force a timeout. We'll keep it here. Carroll's jumped out to a 6-point advantage. 10-4, 4:48 left in the first quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by Dangana Funeral Homes. Dangana Funeral Homes with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate, experienced staff at Dangana Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved ones. For more info on their services and community involvement, please visit dangana.com. Dangana Funeral Homes, where we put family first. John Natale, Kristen Hazley, Sean Walker, Adam Clendenning, and Elijah Mash doing our camera out in Carroll tonight. Flora, Indiana. Kristen, a question for you, and it kind of happens on the girls' side. You saw a lot of girls' basketball, I did too. With this being the final game and knowing sectionals are not even 5 days away, the playing time for everybody, do you want to take it easy with your starters and see if you can't get some guys who may have to come in during those sectionals and playoffs for, you know, a run that maybe someone gets injured or whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, you're always trying to get as many players some varsity experience as you can for that reason. You never know who you're going to have to go with or go without into the postseason. With that being said, it's an individual coaching decision. I think it depends on where your team is at this point in the season. I know a lot of coaches like myself are perfectionists. You don't want to necessarily move away from what you're doing well out of fear that you might not be able to get it back, right? So, you know, early on in this one, Carroll, I feel like, came in with the game plan. They knew what they were going up against this Eastern defense with right now, moving the ball beautifully, and that's why you've seen them jump out to this 8-point lead.
Skinner with 6, so he's got half of Carroll's points here, and a lead the largest it's been at 8. Up top, Armagum. Colton Lindsay, almost 25 a night, held scoreless so far.
This defense Carroll plays, it's a man-to-man, it's a bit of a pack line, so they sag in a bit, daring you to really knock down a three-pointer. Otherwise, it's going to be congested inside the paint, and they're going to make you take contested looks.
On the offensive rebound, couldn't get it to go, was Lindsay, and Skinner with another rebound. He's been busy already, number 24 in Carroll. Hale thought about it from the logo. He'll get it to Duff. Now he's in the corner. Left it off the iron. And Mitch Day with the rebound. Here come the Comets. Under 3. On the block, good give and go. Thrown off the top of the backboard. Armagum couldn't get it, but that'll send Tristan Armagum to the free throw line with his 4 points.
Yeah, it's a nice job there by Kamari Butler. You see him running the court. He had Mason Skinner beat down the block for a moment, but a nice little inside out there. Armagum's able to get to the line, get the foul, but that's what they're trying to do. They want to execute before that Carroll defense can get set.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles Post 976, serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more info on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Armagum trying to split the pair, can't do it. And Colby Butcher into the contest, number 44.
We've seen a lot of good minutes from the big man, the senior Colby Butcher, 6'5". Not always a consistent starter, but you know he can go in there and dominate the paint when you put him in.
Up ahead, Colton Lindsay gets his first 2 on the breakout and the turnover. And a lead cut in half, 12-6, Carroll. Hale with it. He'll orchestrate from the logo on the left wing, now down low, and Butcher on the block. Trying to body his way, a little floater with the right. Colby Butcher using that 6'5" frame to bully down around the block, and he's got 2. Lead back up to 8. Travel.
It's a good move by Butcher in the paint. That last trip down, he was just patient with it. Typically, you might see Tristan Armagum try and come in and dig, almost double down on the post. That time, though, it was Butcher all alone, and he just took his time with a great post move.
Carroll with a chance to get this in double digits. That's a foul on the floor. We'll see who it's on. like it was Tristan Armagam. That's the second team foul of the quarter. It's the first on number 21, Armagam. In the corner, Bryson Jamison comes in and left it off the iron. Here come the Comets. Lindsay, but it was blocked behind from Duff. Didn't even see him. Jamison on the kick out. Duff went all the way by himself and put it in.
Excellent play by Duff. Just the he gets another one.
And he's going to go to the line for the three-point play.
Aiden Duff, sir, get you some. How about that? 2 steals for buckets there, and he just does it. I mean, the block, the coast to coast. Again, both times just snuck up on him. Didn't even see him, John.
Possibility for a 5-point swing, all by number 5, Aiden Duff. Lead is 12. And off the rubber rim, make it a baker's dozen. Duff has got 7.
This is a game that really fits Aiden Duff's almost slasher scorer profile. You've seen him get the ball into the paint as well as taking it coast to coast.
That ball stripped away by Hale, ran into a lot of traffic, fell on his wallet. And here come the Comets. Lindsay coast to coast.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was Armagam.
Yeah, great finish by Armagam. How about the focus there? Goes up and under. Excellent speed. That's the speed that you have to be aware of if you're Carroll.
60 seconds. Good look underneath. And Reed Hayden into the contest. Couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2 points. Tonight's game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, offering free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information. Hayden will try to split the pair. Xavier Sims, number 2, now in. Mitch Day returns, number 22. I'll see Colt Snyder there, number 30. He's a big kid, 6'4". But next to Butcher, he looks pretty small. And Hayden can't get them both. 2 players fall on the ground, and it comes away with the Comets. Here's a 3-ball. Can it? Xavier Sims comes into the contest, nails a triple, cuts the lead to 8.
Eastern settling in here a little bit, putting on the pressure now, trying to turn some defense into points.
Butcher with it. It's not where he wants the basketball. Now to Duff. Schuler needs help. He'll get it to Jamison. Butcher on the block. Double team. Skip pass in the corner. Turnover. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities to provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. 10 seconds. Armagam in the corner. Now up top. Day's got to go. On the elbow, Armagam from Tipton. Off the back iron, no good. That'll end the first quarter. The Cougars jump out to an 8-point advantage, 19-11. 8 more minutes of basketball coming up in the second half. Hoosier Heartland Conference matchup on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Tonight's game brought to you by Tier 1 Meat Company, taking pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels families with real flavor. From custom processing and mission-ready catering, they bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by vets, every cut is elite, every customer is family. Step into Tier 1 at 128 West Passion Street in Flora, or visit them online at tier1meatco.com. BBBEastern.com. And right now, Kristen, Carroll playing a little bit of elite basketball, jumping out to an 8-point advantage in that first quarter.
Yeah, they had the dream start, coming out, doing a nice job moving the ball against that Eastern zone, finding those weak points, especially along the baseline, really scoring the ball well. But about the last 2 minutes, it's looked a little bit more like this, with Eastern stepping up the defensive pressure and finding some ways to score.
Colton Lindsay did everything but finish that play. And here's Hale. Jamison on that left wing. Skinner baseline. And he missed it. He left it off the rim.
Again, a good read there, just can't find the finish.
Now up top, they will swing it to Sims. And a travel. Tonight's game brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications, offering high-speed fiber optic internet, streaming TV, telephone solutions. They're a local telecommunications cooperative that has been serving Clinton and Tippecanoe counties for over 120 years. Now that they've expanded the services into Carroll, they are excited to join your neighborhood and welcome you to our fiberhood. Learn more at www.mintel.net or call 765-296-2885. Armagum, and that's his second perimeter jumper. He shoots it well. He's got 8.
He's starting to heat up a bit for them, and that's good news because he's finding those open looks. The other end, is just Skinner continuing to struggle against that base inside post.
There's Skinner, and he'll get it up top to Duff. Hale ran into traffic, tried to fit it into a tight window, and it was off Armagon. So it'll be Carroll basketball underneath the hoop, 6:40 left in the second. Duff to inbound. Hale from the corner. Got it. Hale's got 5, and a lead back up to 9, 22-13.
How we knew the 3-ball would play a role in some sort tonight. We've seen Carroll win a few games this season with it, and that is a good sign for Hale as he sees that one drain the bottom of the net.
Sims with it. Trying to get past Schuler, couldn't do it. I think they got Schuler for a block. Didn't move the feet quick enough. So it'll be inbounds from the baseline for Eastern. Just underway in the second quarter. Carroll had a 8-point advantage at the end of the first. They've extended that by a point. Stack formation on that right block. Now they break. And Day's going to control it with Hale on him. I was able to. He got Hale in a blender, but then someone came around, and it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, check out this move. Goes for the spin, goes the pass fake. Looks like Hale might have gotten it clean, but we can't see the other side there.
So 2 quick fouls in this quarter. Day at the free throw line. And can't get that to go. Day only shoots it at 50% from the free throw line, and just 65% as a team. And in and out, no good. Armagon with the rebound. Left it off the iron, and Carroll basketball.
Well, Tristan Armagon is really just one of those players that has a spark for them on both ends of the court. We've seen it already on the offensive end, some of the shots he's able to find and create, but on the defensive end as well, he's getting up, he's getting pressure. It seems like that's going to be the spark point for this Eastern Comet team.
Found Brody Ray underneath. He'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
This is what you can do if you suck. Look at that. 5 players all to within a 10-yard space there on the court, trying to trap that ball across the line, but well done. Get your head up, find the open player. Beautiful finish there by Brody Ray.
The junior forward looking for point number 5. And Kamari Butler returns for the Comets. Largest lead has been 13. Carroll looking to extend it to a dozen.
It's kind of an interesting matchup, and I find it, also interesting that they have the same record in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. But you would say I think both this Eastern and Carroll team are almost a score-by-committee type team. You've got 3 or 4 players that could go off for double digits, be your leading scorer on any given night. But with that being said, on the other end of things, completely different stylistically. Eastern's going to want to get out and run and try and find that low post, find it quickly, whereas Carroll's much more methodical with the ball. They're comfortable moving it around and being patient with it. So an interesting stylistic contrast that so far Carroll's taking the most advantage of.
Speaking of low post, it was Colton Lindsay off the glass down at that last possession. Put in his 4th point, but on the other side, Carson Hale's going to go back to the free throw line.
Eastern foul number 20, Colton Lindsay, his first team second. At line for the Cookies, number 12, Carson.
Second team foul of the quarter for the Comets. It's a first on Lindsay. Hale shoots it well, 80%. And he's the only one that's been able to put it in the free throw line consistently in this one. Lots of points left at the stripe so far, and we still have 5:20 left in the second quarter. Sinks them both. Hale's got 7. Lead back up to 11. Butler with it, and he'll hand it off to Lindsay. The handoff to Lindsay. Guarded by Duff, under 5. Standing around from the Comets. Now they get going. Armagum from the left elbow. Left it off the front of the iron. Long rebound to Butler. Left that off the back rim. Everybody on their wallet chasing that one.
Well, that's a great defensive possession there if you're Carroll until the very end where you give up that rebound. We said whoever dominated the boards was going to have the advantage, and that's why right there. Carroll's going to force you either to take a perimeter shot or that contested 2 that we've seen Armagum take quite a few times. And if they can just grab the board there, boom, you hold them. Because you said it perfectly, John. This Eastern Comet team just a little bit static that time. Ball sticking a bit on the perimeters.
Butler to inbound, a long outlet to Lindsay, guarded by Duff. On the dribble drive with the left, and Duff got him, but it's going to be a foul. Looked like Aiden Duff got a lot of basketball.
Yeah, from first glance, let's take a look. It looked like that ball might have already left his hand. Oh, yeah, he might have gotten his hand on the follow through.
Great camera work and replay from our ISC Sports Network crew. So that's the first on Duff, 3rd team foul of the quarter, and Lindsay sinks it. He's got a quiet 5. Tonight's game brought to you by Wamplers. Wamplers is a place where recycling always makes sense. Please call Wamplers at 659-3721 for all your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wamplers Disposal Service and Recycling, family owned since 1948. Colton hit the back end of that free throw attempt, so he's got 6 underneath. Skinner ran into traffic, kick out to Duff. Split the traffic, and a great look to Skinner with the left. Mason Skinner's got 8. Lead back up to 11.
Yeah, Duff again with that slasher mentality. They go for the drive and kick. Defense collapses, and a great dump off there at the end.
In the corner, it's Cade and Butler. The handoff to Lindsay. Working against Duff. Went up with the right hand, and Duff's going to get another foul.
And he's got to be careful. I mean, obviously this Carroll team, we talked about some of the depth they have, but Aiden Duff is not a man they want to go a long time without. Maybe got him with the arm, potentially a little hip check there. I can understand his frustration. He's trying to get back and get in position, but I think all in all, you're okay giving up that foul, especially considering how Eastern's shooting from the line right now.
And Lindsay got point number 7. He leads the Comets with 82% from the stripe. We're going to get this lead back down to 9 for Carroll. And he's looking for point number 8. He tied with the team lead with Armagum. And he does. Back down to 9, 3:40 left in this second quarter. Hale left it off the side of the backboard. I don't think that drew rim. Good look underneath, but quick hands by Aiden Duff to knock that away.
Looked like Hale was almost surprised no one stepped up to him as much as he is wide open for it. Just uncharacteristic of him to miss that one. But again, someone's got to step up and stop the ball there.
On the inbound front of baseline, it'll be Armagum. The movement, the long outlet to Lindsay. Operating from the right wing, working against Ray. Going to work. Almost thought about a pull-up three, but on the perimeter jumper, that was Sims. Ball's everywhere. We have a rugby scrum. Give it to Carroll.
And Xavier Sims there trying to find his shot. You know, he can hit the long ball. We've already seen it tonight. He sank 1-3, but something that they're just not moving the ball enough right now to find that open look for him.
Kickball. Saw Sims there. Looks like he was sliding into second base on the steal. Went face first with both arms out. Reed Hayden returns, number 4, for head coach Adam Tussinger. Looking to see his Cougar Carrolls. There we go, Carroll Cougars. We're late in the season. I'm getting tired and worn out too, just like these players. But looking to get them to 10-12 on the season and 5-3 in the Hoosier Heartland. Get that 4th place right out. Duff on a kick out. Hale's going to try it from the corner. Hit the iron, no good. Ball on the ground. Hayden came up with it. Ray in traffic. Now back up top to Duff. Skip pass. Duff working against Sims. Split the traffic. Ball tipped away from Jamison. And Lindsay comes away with it. I'm just laughing at all the refs in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
And Colton Lindsay, the first player in double digits with 10.
Really opening up now down the stretch.
And Hayden settled for the little floater. He's got 2.
It's a really concerted effort by the Cougars right now not to settle for that three-point shot. You know, they've had a few decent looks at it. Oh! Talking about a long-distance 3 there. But had a few looks at it. They're really trying to get the ball inside. Coming back the other way, though, if you're Eastern, you love that. You are back now within touching distance. 2 minutes left in the quarter. If you can pull this even closer going into halftime, you feel really good about your comeback in that first half.
I'm a little confused what happened there. I know Lindsay buried the 3, fell on his backside. But the whistle was blown, and the referee was saying something to the scorer's table. I'm not sure what it was. Duff from straight away and canned it. And good eyes, Barb. Director Sean Walker, he said that it was a flop warning. Armagum on the dribble drive. He got fouled going up, so he'll go to the free throw line.
That makes a lot of sense, and that's something that you're seeing a lot of perimeter shooters. Both sides, girls and boys, high school, college, all levels, starting to do that now is really paying attention to what is my landing zone, right? Because now the foul call is anytime your landing zone is impacted, so that could be a tough closeout. It could be, you're trying to get a hand in the face. If you impede that landing zone, they're going to get 3 shots. So that's one thing I think, a good call by the referees, because it is one of those things that I think is easily exaggerated at times by some perimeter shooters.
Armagum now the second Comet in double digits with 10, joining Lindsay. Ball on the ground. Someone's going to get it. Lindsay ended up with it. The lead is 7 from corner. Off the iron, no good from Butler. And Hale grabs a rebound.
I felt really buttoned up and composed in that first quarter from Carroll. Second quarter, a bit sloppier, kind of all around. I mean, especially you see some skip passes going on from Carroll here. A little bit of uncharacteristic turnovers as well. So I would say that's part of Eastern's game plan there. Make them a little bit off balance.
Timeout is called. Carroll holds a 7-point advantage. It was 8 at the break. Got a good one here so far. Carroll has been ahead pretty much the whole time. Eastern led off the game with a bucket. Carroll tied it, and they have led ever since.
Yeah, Carroll came out, great start. You felt like, they stuck to the script there those first 5-6 times down the court. Knew what they were going up against in this Eastern Comet zone, and then from there, it's gotten a little fatigued, I think. The ball's not moved as quickly. Passes have not quite been as sharp. They're still finding the right moves, though. Just maybe not the timing is there at this point, but a few knockdowns from behind the arc, we've seen those as well. I think that's something Carroll will continue to go back to in that second half. They've got some really good perimeter shooters on this team.
Colton Lindsay has come alive in the second quarter at a quiet 5, and he's already up to 13. Back underway, 75 seconds. Here's Hale with it, right wing, guarded by Lindsay. And now Duff with it. Sims up on him, skip past to Schuler. 3 ball, left it short. And here comes Kamari Butler. Off the basketball, and that ball's stripped away. Armagum tracks it down. Under 50. Armagum. Not sure what that was. Barnum and Bailey Circus not in town yet.
He's got some speed on him, but not quite the finish.
And Duff going to control it. Now to Schuler. He thought about it again. Now Ray at the elbow. Hale. He'll pull it back out. Right wing. Guarded by Caden Butler. And coming up on 20 seconds. Seems that Carroll's going to hold for the final shot.
Ooh. See, they're really denying that inside ball there to Brody Ray at the free throw line. That's been one of the weak points where they can almost play a give and go. Oh.
On the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul on Eastern. Hale wasn't going up, it was on the floor. So one more foul to give. 4.3 on the clock. Cougars are going to have to get it up quick. Duff off of Lindsay.
He stepped on the
and
line.
He stepped on the baseline. Good idea from Aiden Duff.
I can't remember if we saw this Carroll guys team do that or maybe the Carroll girls team. Someone we had this year. Was it the girls?
Yep.
They pulled that one off. So maybe the guys try to take a little playbook from the Carroll Cougars girls team. And
Lindsay from half court. Left it short. Eastern closes the gap to 7. It was 8 at the break. We'll take a break ourselves for halftime. You're watching the Carroll Cougars playing host to the Eastern Comets. 4th place of the Hoosier Heartland Conference on the line on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfurt Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfurt, Indiana.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference. The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Back on the campus at Carroll High School, where the hometown Cougars hold a 7-point advantage against the visiting Comets of Eastern. And we're going to go to Kristen Hazley for our thoughts on the first half, presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance.
I mean, apparently they don't give these referees any breaks in this game. They're out there, you know, providing the halftime entertainment as well. So, again, power to the IHSA.
Is that what they teach you when you're getting your
oh, look, even the Cougars got
license?
Even the Cougars are referee tonight. But, hey, great job by the referees in the first half. I'll give you that. But, yeah, an interesting matchup. You know, again, we said same record in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. This Carroll Cougars team came out looking really sharp, moving the ball well, finding open looks, really scoring some easy buckets early on. Credit to the Comets. They battled back. They did a lot with some defensive pressure. Started putting on a little bit more of a full court press there. Turned them over a few times and started to find the bottom of the rim. I think this challenge in the second half now is going to be can Carroll continue to find some of those open looks, whether it's in the post or start knocking down some threes. And Eastern's going to have to raise the tempo a bit.
Kristen, so I'm going to throw this at you. Here we are, the final Friday of February, the final Friday of the regular season, and both the end of the season for both of these teams. They'll resume their play on Tuesday coming up. But where are the legs now? Where is the mental attitude in? I mean, you're so deep into the season. You got to go back to late October when these kids started playing basketball, and just the grind. You know, there's been postponements because of the weather, and just the grind of the journey. Where are these players at right now?
Yeah, and that's a great way to describe it. It is a grind, especially when you talk about some of the weather issues, some of the cancellations, the rescheduling, as well as just trying to pull together a team in that short amount of time. It's a grind, but it's a fast grind, right? To me, the best teams going into the postseasons are the ones that are able to almost have a hard reset, right? You look at your body of work throughout the season, you identify what's been working well, what you're doing well at this point in time. But as you start in that second or in this postseason, your record's 0-0. Every single night, you are 0-0. You go home at the end of the night if you don't perform well, and the best teams to me are able to say, hey, we had a good season. It means nothing now. What can we do the best moving forward to put ourselves as deep into this state tournament as we can get?
We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have some first half highlights. Hoosier Heartland Conference basketball, Carroll and Eastern on the ISC Sports Network.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Day & Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day & Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Back on the campus, Carroll High School, which has turned into a dance floor.
Which has turned the studio into a karaoke party.
Friday Night Fever.
Ah, there it is.
Just missing John Travolta. But we've got ourselves a good one. Carroll had jumped out to a 13-point advantage. They've cut it to 7 has Eastern. And a look at our first half highlights brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town.
Yeah, and right from the rip, it was Tristan Armagam for Eastern that really set the pace for him. But on the other end, Carroll, again, you'll see some of this ball movement into the short post, the dish back, open layups. Just really did a nice job of stretching and pressing that Eastern zone in the first quarter. There you were able to see Mason Skinner get out, get some run in him as well. So they're not just doing it in the half court. They've done it through some half court execution as well. This time it was a loose ball again. Just good heads up, great ball movement, a good pass over to Skinner. The 6'2" junior had a great first half. As you see him again, just getting down into the post. He is one of those players that really dominates the offensive boards, but you can usually find him in the paint. However, moving into the end of that first and that second quarter, Eastern came back quite a bit, started to find their rhythm, John, really looking to make some shots here, but again, the defensive end, we saw Aiden Duff have a great few minutes there. Some foul trouble put him on the bench late in the second quarter. Honestly, it's turned into a battle as we saw him finish off this and one play for 5 points in about 3 seconds. As we moved it around, they started to find the post a bit more. It was really Colton Lindsay that came alive to keep them in this one in the second half. Carroll never quite stalled out. You felt like the offense slowed down a bit. You saw more of that pressure, the trap defense, forcing some uncharacteristic turnovers. End of the half, though, again, passing, finding the open shooter, been the Cougars' bread and butter the entire first half. Lindsay there we saw with the flop warning after the three-pointer. They gave him the bucket, though. And then here it was Aiden Duff again from the top of the point. And again, I think, that Carroll Cougars team, if they can get that three-point shot going, it's a fantastic offense. Option as well for them on the offensive end, but I really like their concerted effort to not just settle for the three. They're really working it around, trying to find either that short post or someone that can get 2 feet in the paint to really pivot that defensive zone.
Those 33 points by the Cougars spread out between 6 different players, with Aiden Duff leading the way with 10. And of the 26 for Eastern, only 3 in the books, but it's led by Colton Lindsay with that baker's dozen for 13. And Armagam also in double digits with 10. We'll take another break. We come back, we'll have some second half adjustments. And you're watching the Carroll Cougars and the Eastern Comets on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclincounty.org.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back on the campus, Carroll High School, where the Cougars hold a 7-point advantage against the visiting Comets of Eastern. And we'll get to our halftime adjustments presented by JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. All right, Crystal, let's get in the head of head coach Brad Lindsay. Finds his Comets down 7. What do they have to do?
Well, I think first you go back to what you do well, which is pushing the tempo and scoring early and, the quote-unquote shot clock. They just have not been able to get down, get the ball into the post before that Carroll offense has gotten set. Credit Carroll scoring a lot of points. They're having to restart off a lot of makes. With that being said, I think on the other side of the offensive coin, you got to hit some perimeter shots. We saw quite a few good looks from them, only 1 or 2 actually going down. I think that changes the game completely for this Eastern Comets team.
Now let me get in the head of Adam Tussinger. Has his Carroll Cougars up 7 on their home floor. Last game of the season. Good crowd on hand. Foot on the gas, right?
Absolutely. And I think, defensively, your scheme played out brilliantly, right? You forced Eastern into some contested mid-range shots or tough perimeter shots, right? The Achilles heel and what let them back into this game was your defensive boards. I think, number one, you've got to continue to try and win that rebounding margin, especially on the defensive glass, because you look at that first half, they probably could have held them to about 80% one-and-dones on the defensive end. Carroll could have held Eastern. And number two, you've got to push the tempo, score early, and execute in the half court. So if you're Carroll, yeah, they're slowing it down. They're playing that zone on you. Execute like you were in that first quarter. Move the ball around. Find that short post. Wherever that Eastern defense is giving you the options, find it, exploit it, do it quickly.
This is the final tune-up before sectional start next Tuesday. And we come back, we'll have 16 more minutes of basketball on this final Friday of February and the final regular season game of the boys basketball season. Coming up on the IC Sports Network.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
Back on the campus at Carroll High School, where the hometown Cougars hold a 7-point advantage against the visiting Comets of Eastern. Tonight's game brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications, offering high-speed fiber optic internet, streaming TV, and telephone solutions. A local telecommunications cooperative that has been serving Clinton and Tippecanoe counties for over 120 years. Now they've expanded the services into Carroll County. They're excited to join your neighborhood and welcome you to our fiberhood. Learn more at www.mintel.net or call 765-296-2885. And our second half is underway. Hale from the wing thought about it. Here's Brody Ray from the left elbow, left it off the back of the rim, and chased down by Duff.
And did a good job getting it into that short corner, just did not move it out quick enough, so that gives Eastern the chance to just collapse on you there on the baseline.
Hale going to operate from that right wing. Now he'll bring it up top to the logo. Need some help. In the paint, and Ray couldn't get it to Skinner. Turnover. Here comes Armagum. Lindsay from straight away. In and out, no good. The rubber rim didn't help him.
And that hit just about every part of the rim. A nice follow-up look there, though, by Colton Lindsay.
On the fly pattern. It's tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Carroll on the baseline.
Like to see that from Eastern, though. Coming out of half, aggressive. If you can get an in-rhythm transition three like that, high good percentage look.
Miscommunication. Caden Butler read it, and that ball left off the rim. Ball on the ground, and Schuler comes away with it.
Man, I thought that was a fantastic jump stop and move by Butler there. Just couldn't finish.
Hale directing traffic, and he found Skinner on the cut. Skinner's got 10, and he's tied with Duff for the team lead to back up to 9.
I do think Carroll is one of the best teams I've seen this season at finding those short post passes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but a lot of dump offs, a lot of good looks to the open post player.
The Butler brothers working the two-man. And from the corner, back iron no good, and Hale with the backside rebound. Carroll with a chance to get the lead back up to double digits. Hale going to control it from that Cougars logo. Now Duff straight away. Guarded by Caden Butler. Under 6, just underway in the second half. Ray with a little perimeter jumper and sank it. Brody Ray's got 6, and the lead back up to 11.
That's a good little check into that sweet spot there for Brody Ray. Nice turnaround jumper.
Lindsay ran into a lot of traffic. Sims straight away. Front iron, and Skinner with another rebound. Duff with the advantage of that strong left hand. Skinner with a good move. Kamari Butler got behind him, but he got too much of Mason Skinner. And that'll send number 24 to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's a great move here by Mason Skinner, just able to pivot. Honestly, that all comes from the awareness of where Kamari Butler is and where the help on that zone is. It's a good awareness play by Mason Skinner. And at 6'2", he can make those kinds of post plays against this Eastern team.
And the free throw line struggles continue. Skinner will try to split the pair and get point number 11. And the line drive shot, he got it to go. So it'll lead up to 11 again. 37-26, coming up on 5 in the third. All the way to the cup was Armagum. He couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the explosiveness we've seen from Tristan Armagum on a couple takes today. I mean, he's into the paint in about 3 steps there, just exploding past the perimeter. Someone keep an eye on, only a sophomore. You imagine that skill set's just going to grow throughout the next couple of years.
If there's a dent in the armor of Tristan Armagum, it is at the free throw line. Only 50% for the sophomore guard. And he splits the pair, John Q. So he's got 11, and now the lead is 10. Long outlet to Skinner. Jump stop, left that off the back iron. And Colt Snyder with the rebound. Here comes Mitch Day. Good two-man, but that ball tipped around. Ended up in the hands of Skinner. Schuler perimeter and some traffic. Gets it back to Duff. Ray, kick out. Hale thought about it. Got caught up by Butler. He'll get it back out to Duff, left wing.
So you're fine taking your time out or along the perimeter, but every time it goes inside, it's got to be a quick pivot there. It just is a second too long.
Lindsay came away with the basketball on the turnover. Mitch Day going to try from the left wing and can it. Great pass from Colton Lindsay. He's able to find Day on the perimeter, and he's got a triple. Now the lead is back to 7.
Not a lot of arch on some of these shots in this half. It's the third line drive we've seen find the bottom of the net.
Hale from the left wing. Off the front iron, and there's Skinner with another rebound. We'll have a jump ball, and it belongs to Eastern.
That's a great board by Skinner, just being aware of the gaps there. Eastern doesn't box him out, and there's 3 of them there, so I don't think he's sneaking in. Good hustle play by Skinner.
Tired of unsightly tree stumps ruining your yard? Well, let JXN Stump Solutions take care of it. They've got the equipment and experience to get the job done right. Offering 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Call 765-242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. Lindsay with another kick out. And Caden Butler gets in the score sheet with a triple. Now the lead 5. This is the closest it's been in a long time.
Yeah, and Eastern's starting to shoot that 3 ball well. That time Butler's able to set his feet, and as soon as you saw him almost go 1-2 on that, you felt like he was going to stroke that pretty confidently. A good closeout, but just not fast enough.
Duff to inbound from the baseline. Brody Ray with the short jumper and got it. That play has worked quite a bit. And a turnover. So after the bucket by Carroll, we'll go back to Eastern.
Credit to Brody Ray. I mean, that's a shot that you'll see a lot of defenses. Yeah.
Oh, it was a push-off by Lindsay. I'm sorry.
You know, they did call it travel, yeah. I think he pushed him off and then walked before he could get the dribble going. But
something happened where it's Carroll basketball.
Yeah.
Let's just
anyway, Brody Ray has a fantastic mid-range shot. You know, and you'll see a lot of defenses almost give that up. They're okay with you taking that contested mid-range from about the free throw, but Brody Ray has turned it into a moneymaker for him.
Hale ran into a lot of traffic, just threw it up. And here come the Comets. Chance to cut it to 5, maybe 4 with a triple. Armagum to Lindsay. Working against Butcher, couldn't get it. But that'll send Colton Lindsay back to the free throw line, looking for points 14 and 15.
Yeah, and you see Colby Butcher just a little bit late sliding over there. Sees him coming, just doesn't quite get his hips squared at that point. 6'5", he's the tallest player on the court, obviously wanting to protect that paint.
Lindsay's now got 14. Tonight's game brought to you by the Frankfurt Eagles Post 976, serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfurt Eagles offer something for everyone. For more info on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by at 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt. Lindsay split the pair, so he's got a game-high 14, and the lead is 6 for Carroll.
Colton Lindsay's been a big part of their efforts in this second half so far. Really an impressive season from him, being that backcourt engine that he is for this Comets team.
They're going to bring it back out, working a 2-man with Duff up top. A little bit more pressure from the Comets now. Duff with the little floater and left it, shaved it just off the rim. Up ahead, good look from Armagum. Found Lindsay on the breakout. Colton Lindsay's got 16.
This is the pace Eastern wants this game played at. They want to get a stop and go quickly down for a layup before Carroll can get back and set into that pack line man-to-man defense.
This is the smallest lead since the first quarter. Duff with it, guarded by Caden Butler. Now the double team comes. And to Hale, he'll get it back to Duff on the logo. And a timeout. by head coach Adam Tussinger. Didn't like what was going on with the basketball, so he saves the possession. 1:42 left in the third. We'll keep it here. Hoosier Heartland Conference basketball. Both of these teams at 4-3, looking for outright fourth place in the conference. Both teams coming up on their sectional game next Tuesday. Carroll in sectional 54. They'll start off with Traders Point and the Christian Knights. And Clinton Central hosting sectional 54. And then the Comets, sectional 40, they'll play Muncie Burris and the Owls. And Eastbrook, the host school in that sectional.
It's the greatest time of year.
And this is the tune-up for everything.
It's the greatest time of year. We finish up the girls' state finals this weekend. Boys sectional starts. Then you get, Big Ten women's, Big Ten men's. You start getting Horizon League in
yep.
City. Some of those March Madness-esque feelings. And, I just don't think there's a city that encapsulates March Madness better than Indianapolis.
Jamison in the corner. Left it off the iron. Skinner went up strong, but here comes Lindsay with it. Into the paint. And blocked by Duff from behind. Good recovery defense from Aiden Duff. It'll stay with the Comets.
He's had a couple close blocks tonight. Finally gets a clean one on that. Yeah, just dominates him with the vertical there, and he's been looking for that one.
Comets with a chance to cut it to 2, possibly 1. Lindsay with the basketball. Up top, that's Caden Butler. He'll get it back to Armigam. 60 seconds. Good backdoor cut. The kick out. Butler going to try it. Back iron no good. Ball on the ground. And Duff came away with it. Got it to Hale.
It's a good look there. Just can't find the 3.
Now Hale going to orchestrate on the logo. Working a 2-man with Hayden. Good look down low to Skinner. Left hand. And rolled it in. That was the most Stark I've seen from Mason Skinner. He's got a baker's dozen and the lead back up to 6.
He's really come along this season as well. A junior, obviously stepping into that senior role next year, but we had him early on in the season and, was only averaging around 6 or so points. Now you can almost bet on him for a double-figure night.
Coming up on 10, Lindsay from the free throw line, left that off the back iron. Hale's got it. Carroll's got to go. That ball knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Cougars. 3 ticks left in the third quarter. Duff.
Oh!
I wanted a baker's dozen, so I'll take it at the buzzer in the third.
I love that. A little give and go right to him, right back. No doubt. He looked so calm and casual shooting that. Nice buzzer beater there at the end of the third.
We're headed to the final 8 minutes of the regular season. The Carroll Cougars up 9 against Eastern Comets. Fourth quarter coming up on the ISC Sports Network.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
8 more minutes of the regular season for both the Carroll Cougars and the Eastern Comets. Aiden Duff, the buzzer beater 3 at the end of the third quarter. Eastern had got the lead back down to 4. That was the closest it's been since the first quarter. But then a 5-0 run by Carroll to end that third quarter on a high note. We've got 8 minutes of basketball left.
Yeah, Eastern quietly played a really good quarter that time. Almost led by Armigan. Really just the assists as well, finding the open looks.
Carson Hale on the dribble drive. Now Duff will pull it back out. Ray from that elbow, and got it. That's about the third time that Duff and Ray have connected from that wing to the elbow. Armagam left the floater short. Duff got the rebound.
This is the point where the Cougars can either really pull away here and put this game to rest, or Eastern's going to have to step up the defensive pressure.
Hale in the corner, skip past to Schuler, and he'll get it back out to Duff. Skinner on the dribble drive, left hand, and left that off the rim. Here's Lindsay. Butler with strength, couldn't get it to go. But Mason Skinner was falling back, good call.
Yeah, gonna hear some boo birds on that one. The ref under the basket. Didn't see him, but body foul there is the call, and he probably does get him with the body. Probably still moving a little bit there, but overall, great positioning.
Kamari Butler now on the score sheet. That's his first point. Kamari Butler, the older brother to Caden. The two brothers have combined for 4 in this one. The lead is 10. Tonight's game brought to you by Dangan Funeral Homes, with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Dangan Funeral Homes are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved ones. For more info on the services and community involvement, please visit dangana.com. Dangan Funeral Homes, where they put family first.
I don't know if you're Carroll right here, you keep the ball and you continue to be efficient and methodical in your offense like you have been all game. This shouldn't be a difficult last 6 minutes, but you start kind of succumbing to some of that pressure, especially on that full court press, making some bad passes like that one. You are going to hand this game back into the hands of Eastern Comets.
Lindsay tried to fit that into a real tight window to Butler up ahead. Duff got a bear paw on it, knocked it away, and then the foul. That's a second on Avier Sims. Here's Hale with it. Here comes a double team. Lots of traffic. That ball knocked away. Lindsay did everything on that one. Got the deflection, put it in for 2. He's got 18, game high.
Colton Lindsay's not going away.
That ball, Armagan came up with it. Outlet, Butler. Good jump stop. Got a bird from Carson Hale. And just like that, the lead was 10, and now it's down to 5.
That's such good awareness there by Caden Butler. Just a sophomore there, knows how to play in that big moment. A beautiful jump stop. You said it, sends Schuler flying by. Great finish from the sophomore.
Tonight's game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, offering free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information. Final day of the regular season for these two teams. There are some games tomorrow night. However, the spotlight's going to be at Cambridge Fieldhouse. All 4 A championships tomorrow. Our own Kristen Hazley will be on games 3A and 4A. Ron Colley and Belmont with Matt Taylor, voice of the Colts, and then joining John Herrick for Center Grove and Norwell. That's the second session.
I can't wait. If you're not doing anything, I don't even care if you're not a girls basketball fan. There is some really good matchups, including the 2A call that you've got, John. I saw that Oak Hill team last weekend up at Semi-States in Frankfort. Talk about a cool building, a cool history, some cool teams. But, I mean, if you can't make it down to Cambridge, pay $15 to stream the games or tune into your local radio station. Listen to John and I call them, but there's going to be some really good basketball tomorrow.
And the great thing is about the radio calls, Kristen, is that it's on the IHSA A Champions Network all throughout the state of Indiana. You can catch it on multiple stations. Won't cost you a dime, and you'll get some great basketball.
Absolutely. I told my family, good luck dodging my voice this weekend, guys. No matter where you go in the state, you're going to hear me.
turnover for Eastern.
Yes, crazy back and forth there. Both teams, it's going to come down to composure in these last 5-ish minutes. You know, if Carroll can execute, keeping the ball, being patient, taking high percentage looks, they'll be okay. With that being said, if Eastern's going to continue to turn you over and find the open looks and easy lay-ins, we're going to have a battle.
The largest lead has been 13 for Carroll, but they can just not escape Eastern. They just keep hanging in there. And now a chance to cut it to 3, possibly 2 on this possession. Just hanging around.
Well, we said, you know, key to the second half if you're the Carroll Cougars, execute in the half court and take care of the ball, right? Right now, not a lot of that going on for them since really the third quarter. A lot of uncharacteristic turnovers. Not sure if it's fatigue or if it's just a lack of focus here, but as we talk about getting into the sectional games, an important note here for Coach Tussinger.
Butler to Butler on the give and go to Lindsay and left it off the rim. Got his offensive rebound and counted. Colton Lindsay stayed with the play, got his 20th point, and cuts the lead to 3.
Take a look at this. Just stays with it. Beautiful job again. Carroll has to take care of the boards there, and not with Colton Lindsay getting into the paint. Well done. And again, they're just flipping the script a little bit on Carroll. Now it's Eastern really controlling the pace here.
Lindsay had 5 at the half. He's up to 21, game high. The lead is a bucket. And Duff somehow ended up with that basketball, went over his own back. All slapped away by Armagam.
Yeah, it's the defensive pressure right now. Eastern just making Carroll uncomfortable handling the ball in this moment. So, you know, if you're someone like Aiden Duff, the senior, you want to step up, take control, really be composed, and settle your guys down.
Hale with the basketball, working against Sims. Just trying to be patient. Carroll's had a few turnovers in this fourth, and that's why they only have a 2-point advantage now. And a tough pass from Schuler to Duff, and another turnover, and Eastern with a chance to tie or take the lead.
They have stuck around all night, just waiting for the moment to get it tight. This entire fourth quarter, it's been in-your-face pressure on the ball by Eastern.
Up top, Armagam. Lindsay with it, working against Duff. He's very confident with the basketball now as number 20. He goes to work. And there's a turnover. Hale came away with the basketball. It's going to be a foul. See if they give it to Butler. They do.
Yeah, just a frustration foul there. Not one you really want to give up if you're Eastern.
That is a 4th on Kamari Butler. Bryson Jamison back in for Carroll. Hale jump stop, found some space, left that off the front of the rim. Armagam with the rebound. Numbers. And he'll wait for the Calvary, and he'll pull it back out. Lindsay just lost the basketball, ended up back with it. Found Butler underneath and put it in. We're tied at 47s.
How about that? It started with a big board on the defensive end by Tristan Armagam. They come down. Colton Lindsay gets involved. Well done to find the lay-in.
Skinner with the floater and got the rubber rim. Mason Skinner now with a team-high 15. Lead back to Carroll. Sims with the elbow jumper and Candace.
That's too easy there. Just some confusion, it looked like, between Jamison and Hale on the switch. Who had the shooter there? An extra pass creates an easy look for the Comets.
Comets, this entire contest, very comfortable from the perimeter and the mid-range game.
Yeah, you know, they weren't making a lot at first. So, again, just, ooh, he's got to be careful.
That's his 5th.
Yeah. That is big. That's one of your better three-point shooters in Kamari Butler. You're not going to have him for this tight one down the stretch. But yeah, you said it. I mean, they weren't necessarily making all the open perimeter looks in the first half, which I think is why Carroll kind of stayed the course. We're going to continue to have them shoot some of those perimeter looks or take that contested mid-range. They just kept shooting until they found the spot.
So Kamari Butler, the senior forward, at the watch this final 2:45 from the sidelines. Lots of traffic and finally a foul. Either Butler or Lindsay on that one. Pick your poison.
And obviously you want to continue playing that high-pressure defense. It's gotten you to this point here, but it is even more paramount down this stretch here that you do not foul. You want this Carroll team to score on you. Don't do it for them. Don't put them on the line.
Oh, Duff just blew through the defense. Now he's got 15, and Carroll retakes the lead by 2.
That's the second or third time Duff has just gotten free off the inbound.
And right back. Armagum, rock'em, sock'em, robots, here we go. Armagam's got a baker's dozen. Skinner with that left. He's done that all night long.
Yeah, a good fight back from Carroll there. And again, I think, credit Colton Massey, the freshman there down on the box, 34, does not foul there. Very easy, especially for a freshman, to reach out there, get in Skinner's face, and potentially put him in a situation to take the lead. Or excuse me, to extend the lead.
That's a second on Carson Hale. Third team foul of the quarter for Carroll. And this has turned into a dandy here on the ISC Sports Network on this final Friday of February. Lindsay working against Duff. Kick out. Aiden Butler just saw his brother Kamari pick up his 5th foul. Lindsay from deep.
Oh!
And got it. And a little stare down for number 20. He's got 24. And Eastern takes the lead by 1. Good dump off to Skinner, but he was blocked from behind by Lindsay.
No doubt, Colton Lindsay's making this game his own. I thought the first one was deep. That one was even deeper.
And a hold on Duff.
That might be 5 on Duff. Take a look at this. I mean, I believe that's about the Caitlin Clark logo, probably. Actually, maybe not quite that deep, but again, almost from the volleyball line. Colton Lindsay, hot hand right now. They should just keep feeding him the ball.
Duff has got to be careful in these final 80 seconds. He's got 4 fouls. And a walk. Sims' brain was thinking one thing, his feet the other. The turnover by Eastern.
Javier Sims, the senior, not uncharacteristic for him to be handling the ball in that situation. That's such a tough call, though. We see it a lot in the women's game as well, when it's either a pump fake or, like you said, the brain just gets moving before the feet do. Lucky not to get a travel one there, I thought, too.
And Hale, either way, he was going to the free throw line. Looked like he was going up with that basketball. But that's a 5th team foul on Eastern with 62 seconds left. And the Comets up 1. Hale looking for points 8 and 9. And he's got number 8. We're tied. Carroll had a 13-point advantage in that first half. And Eastern just kept creeping around, chipping away.
And again, it's nothing offensively. Obviously, they've hit some big shots from behind the arc, but it's all started on the defensive end. They've made Carroll so uncomfortable with the ball. They've really just struggled to score in this fourth quarter.
Under 60 on the campus of Carroll. Good backdoor to Lindsay. Couldn't handle it. And it belongs to the Cougars.
The right look, that's the right pass, and those are the 2 guys you want involved. Just could not come to fruition there for the lay-in.
Coach Brad Lindsay wants a timeout. Give us a chance to talk about the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities to provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. John Natale, Kristen Hazley, Sean Walker, Adam Clendenning, Elijah Mash. Well, we weren't sure what we were going to get tonight, but hey, we'll take it.
It's a great basketball game.
Putting their best foot forward and looking to gain some momentum heading into next Tuesday's sectional playoffs.
Yeah, that's kind of been the, the motto for this Carroll Cougars team. We've talked to Coach Tussinger a couple times at different points throughout the season, and this has been just what he's envisioned, a lot of growth throughout the season. They're peaking about, right where they want to. They're going to be a tough out in the sectional tournament, and someone to keep an eye on, especially going into next year. Obviously, a couple seniors on the roster, but a good group of juniors and sophomores as well.
Now in the inbound. What was that talk about on the sideline for head coach Brad Lindsay? And a turnover. Colton Lindsay, it was blocked from behind, and Duff is going to have to take a seat.
Oh, man. That's a crazy play on a lot of different angles. The steal here, Aiden Duff gets back.
Wow, boy, we have the advantage of slow-mo and replay and everything, and that looked like a clean block.
Not often do I feel confident saying something's clean on our, and we do a great job on the camera work, but we don't have super duper slow-mo, zoom in, MC it, all that jazz, but that was as clean looks. Whew, it's a tough one.
Colton Lindsay, with only 5 at the break, has exploded for 20 points in this second half. And got the rubber rim. He's got a game-high 26. And Eastern regains the lead. 35 seconds.
Don't foul if you're the Comets.
And a turnover. Armagham comes up with it. They got to be careful.
They just oh my goodness.
Turnover, Hale to the cup. Not going to get it, but he was fouled by Colt Snyder. And that'll send Carson Hale, who shoots it at 80%, to the free throw line. My goodness.
That is just tough. You like what Armagham's thinking. Obviously, slow it down, try and run the clock out, but you've got to get it across the 10-second line. From there, Colt Snyder, they just leave him on his lonesome there. He's got to try and do something. Throws it away. Whew.
Hale looking for 10 and 11 and ties it. There's some hair on the court that belongs to both Brad Lindsay and Adam Tussinger because they're pulling it out.
Oh, man.
And that forces a, I guess, well-deserved timeout.
Yeah.
18.6 left. In the first half, the Cougars had a 13-point advantage. Eastern kept chipping away, and they have retaken the lead 3 times in this fourth quarter, but only by 1. And we're tied with Carson Hale shooting 1 more free throw to give Carroll a 1-point advantage with about 19 ticks left in this one.
I mean, the entire fourth quarter, including even that last possession, you felt like every time Eastern had almost jumped forward to a point where they were going to stay in the lead, Carroll responded. They would slow down, and then, boom, the Cougars scored to either put them back in front or tie it up again. So truly has been back and forth. I think, the end of this one, either team is going to be staring at themselves in the mirror saying, we could have ended this game better. We know we're better than how this game ended.
Carson Hale looking to give Carroll the 1-point advantage. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, 18.6 on the clock. Hale with pretty much the biggest free throw of the season right here. And a big free throw. Hale's got 11. Comets, final possession. Here's Lindsay.
How much time do you want to take here?
Under 10. Lindsay with the basketball, working against Ray. Pull-up jumper, left it, shaved it off the rim. Offensive rebound, got it!
Oh my goodness! Colton Lindsay, you just won your team a ball game, sir.
Colton Lindsay came into the second half with 5 points. Puts up his average in the second to finish with 29, and no three bigger than that last shot to project the Eastern Comets into space with a 2-point win over the Carroll Cougars. Wow. You couldn't draw up that ending any more perfect tonight for our final regular season game on the ISC Sports Network. Take a breath.
Woo. I tell you what, we had a Carroll buzzer beater from Carson Schuler earlier on this season that won the game for the Cougars. How about that? Colton Lindsay for the Comets misses his own pull-up, gets his own rebound, and drains his own three. Not a bad look there, but he stays with it. Wow.
Carson Hale came flying out. He was trying to call a timeout. No time left. The light went off. Well, we got to do something, so let's get to our postgame show. Brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance, and I see smiles in the booth. I know our cameraman Elijah Mash has got a smile, and Kristen, for you and I, we look like the Joker from Batman. It just from side to side. What a ball game tonight.
It was a great one. I mean, you figured coming down to that last play, obviously it was going to be Colton Lindsay taking that shot. You didn't think he would get 2 looks at it. And hey, I mean, I hate to be that person, but we go back to the number one key for the Carroll Cougars with the rebounding margin. You know what? Unfortunately, that last play of the game, you give up the most detrimental offensive rebound to Colton Lindsay, and he makes you pay.
Well, we got to do a player of the game, brought to you by the Frankfurt Eagles, and I don't think it's that hard of a choice. Let's give it to the senior guard, number 20, Colton Lindsay. What a game.
Well, and what I loved about it, John, you already touched on, he had 5 points going into halftime. You're talking about one of the leading scorers, obviously Kamari Butler, another one of their primary scoring threats, but Colton Lindsay just stayed with it. You know, he's the coach's son. He's got that mentality in him where he's just shooter's got to shoot, you know. Until you see it go through, that was him. And you take a look at that last game-winning play. I mean, that's a shot you practice in the driveway from the time you're about 5 years old up until probably last night if you're Colton Lindsay.
Tonight's game is brought to you in parts by Dangano Funeral Homes, putting family first, by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice, by Mulberry Telecommunications, your local hometown fiber provider, by the Frankfurt Eagles Post 976, people helping people, and by the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. On behalf of our entire ISC Sports Network crew, my partner Kristen Hazley, we want to thank you for a fantastic regular season in boys basketball, and we couldn't have closed it out any better as the Eastern Comets, on a last-second 3 by their go-to guard, Colton Lindsay, take it 59-57 over the Carroll Cougars. Have a great weekend, everybody, and enjoy the state finals tomorrow at Cambridge.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention, each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network, backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications, offering the